Maybe I just shouldn't have kids then. I don't want them to have my mutant allergy. I'm not spawning any demons anytime, ever, because of this allergy in my brain. Hey Box Squad, what's up? It's your girl Jess coming at you from my desky space in my room. So I did make a video a while back called I Have Cold Urticaria, where I told you guys about my weird mutant allergy that I have. And I got a lot of responses on that video from a lot of people who watched it. And I kind of wanted to make a follow-up and go into more detail about my cold urticaria and what it's like in my daily life to have cold urticaria. So what it's like to be a functioning human being, a high-functioning human being with a job, with school, with everything, and dealing with cold urticaria on a daily basis. So I'm kind of just gonna walk you through what my day is like. So I do like to sleep cold underneath a lot of blankets. That is how I've always liked to sleep. Even when I found out I had cold urticaria, I still had to sleep in the cold. Like, I could not sleep in a warm room. So I do take my antihistamine before I go to bed, but obviously it only lasts for about 4 to 6 hours. So by the time I wake up in the morning, my antihistamine is out of my system. So 9 times out of 10, I wake up covered in hives on my arms, on my legs, on my back, everywhere. Even sometimes my face or my lips will swell up. I also have a condition called hypothyroidism, where my thyroid and the gland in my throat doesn't create enough of the hormone that I need. So I do have to take a thyroid medication every morning as well. And sadly, my thyroid medication does not get along well with my antihistamines that I take. So I do have to take my thyroid medication first in the morning and then wait 30 minutes to an hour to take my antihistamine. Because if I don't, my stomach gets upset and sometimes I can get sick, and it's just not a fun way to start off your day. If I wake up late or you know, for some reason I hit snooze too many times, I sometimes have to go to work, or I have to go along with my day without taking it before I leave my house, which sucks, especially in the winter, because I go outside, it just gets 10 times worse. Hopefully before I get to leave for the day, I get to take my antihistamine. If I don't, I have to go to work or whatever and take it when I get there, and I have to go to work with hives, or I have to go to school with hives, or I have to go to a meeting with hives. It's just not a fun day when I have to go out of my house with hives, you know, with my allergies all acting up and weird. Honestly, I pop my antihistamine several times a day, normally every 4 to 6 hours. On a good day, sometimes I just have to take it in the morning, get rid of the initial hives, and I'm good all day. But in the winter or in the fall when it's cold outside, or even in the summer when I know I'm going to be going in and out of air conditioning a lot, I have to basically carry my antihistamine in my bag everywhere I go. I have it in my car, I have it in my purse, I have it in my bedroom, I have it in my bathroom, I literally have some everywhere. I go through a box of Benadryl probably every 2 weeks. Combined with my hypothyroidism, which does actually make me feel cold a lot of the time. I'm a lot more sensitive to cold temperatures. So like, it could be like 65 in a room and I'm shivering, which combined with cold urticaria really sucks, because my body's like, oh my god, you're freezing to death. Let me cover your body in hives. I can't really go out spontaneously anymore with my friends. It has to be something you have to give me a heads up on, because if I know we're gonna be going out, I have to make sure that I have Benadryl. Like, when I went on vacation over the summer, we decided we were going to go to an ice bar. I had to literally prepare myself all day to go into this ice bar. I had to start taking Benadryl religiously as soon as I woke up to the time we got there, just so I wouldn't break out while we were in the ice bar, which I wanted to go to the ice bar. Going to an ice bar is a super cool opportunity, but it was really hard for me because of the fact that I have that allergy. Or just going in and out of air conditioning buildings, I have to make sure that I'm like prepared for that, and then I have my Benadryl. Like, a day when I go out without my antihistamine in my purse is a really shitty day. Not having that with me is a huge mistake on any day, and it's honestly sometimes having this feels like crippling in a way, because I can't function like a normal human being. If I start breaking out in hives at work, I have to explain to them what's going on. I have to tell them, like in the winter, I had to tell them I couldn't use the hose because the water that was coming out of the hose at work was just like ice cold. And if I went outside in the cold with like wet sleeves or anything, I was gonna break out. And it was like things you have to explain like that everybody thinks you're just making an excuse for it, when in reality you're not. It's actually a problem that I have on a daily basis. And it sucks when you want to go out or you want to go do something and you have to explain to the person, I can't leave right now, I have to wait until this antihistamine kicks in, or I'm gonna be late for work today because I woke up with a horrible allergic reaction and I can't get it to go down for 2 hours even with antihistamine sometimes. It sucks, and a day in my life is hard. It starts with having to take an antihistamine and it ends with taking an antihistamine. It sucks, and if you know somebody who has this allergy, tell them you believe them, because honestly everything they want to hear is, I believe you, I know you're telling the truth, because it is something that people actually go through on a daily basis. It's honestly great posting these videos and knowing I'm not the only person going through this. It started when I was 12 years old, so I have been living with this allergy for over 10 years, and every single day with it is a struggle, and having to explain it to people is a struggle, and having to always have Benadryl on me and relying on a freaking pill every day of my life sucks. And I just want you guys to be able to relate to somebody about it, really. Honestly, guys, if you're living with this allergy or you're living with any kind of allergy in general and you just know how it feels to go through this, I respect you a shit ton, and I completely understand everything you're going through, and I hope that you get through it, and I hope that we can all power through these really shitty medical things that just happen to people for no reason at all. It really doesn't make any sense, does it? Just know that you guys are not alone in anything that you're going through, and there's always somebody out there, whether it's in person, on the internet, anywhere, that's going through a similar situation as you. And I know a lot of you guys who have this allergy feel like nobody else understands it, but I want you guys to know that I understand it, and I completely am there for you through all of it. I'll talk to you guys about it. We can have a cry fest over not being able to go to an ice bar and everything. We can just talk about it. Talk about how we can never do a polar plunge because we might die. You know, let's just talk about that stuff together. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about having cold urticaria, or think you might have it, or wanting to know how to manage it, make sure you comment below. Follow me on Twitter, any of my social media. I will very much respond to any questions you guys have, whether you send it to me here on my channel or you send it to my Twitter, whatever. I will respond and I'll answer your questions as well as I can. I'll see you guys next week. Have a great life. Have a good one. Don't be afraid to go out in the cold if you're not allergic to it, or even if you are, just take a couple Benadryls and power through it, my friends. Have a great life. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.